What is going on, guys? Davion here, 777's Barbell Club with a week 11 recap of Evolve AI Powerlifting. This is actually my deload week, so nothing too crazy this week. I was feeling a little bit beat up, so this actually came at a pretty good time. But before I get into the actual recap, I want to stop for a moment and say thank you to everybody who's taken the time to watch my videos. After I edited and uploaded the video from last week, I realized right after that I actually tipped right over 100 subscribers. I really want to say thank you to everybody who's taken the time to watch a video, subscribe, comment, and just caring about some old guy lifting in his garage. And I just really appreciate all the support, guys. But enough of all that, we can hop right into the recap. And as I said, this is a deload week, nothing fancy going on. So this is going to be pretty quick. So starting off with day one, squat ended up being 2 sets of 5 at 275. Nice, easy deload weight, nothing too crazy. Hopping over into day two, Spoto press ended up being 2 sets at 185. Again, nice, smooth reps, nothing too crazy. And then on my third day, my deadlift day, it ended up being 2 sets of 4 at 315. So first 3 days of the week went really smooth, nothing out of the ordinary. And that actually takes us to today, which I actually finished my 4th workout of the week right before recording this video. And that's actually my bench press day. And there were a few weird things happening on that day. When I first opened the app, I realized that it was still prescribing me my benchmark set. So I guess I was under the impression that in the app itself, if you're on a deload week, maybe it wouldn't give you your benchmark sets. And I actually didn't, think to go in and try to change it or turn it off because I thought that I had it turned off for my other 3 primary lifts, or my squat and my deadlift, but I did not. So I ended up getting the single rep, the RPE 8. It ended up being 295 today, feeling a little bit beat up. But then something strange actually happened when I then go back to look at kind of the back down sets or the actual deload work. And this actually showed a very strange, like a long number in the actual RPE. So definitely some weirdness going on here. So I actually took a screenshot and forwarded to the app developers through the app through the report a bug section. And on a Saturday night, they actually got back to me pretty quick and let me know that this is kind of a known bug if you're using benchmark sets during your deload week. So that kind of told me that maybe they don't expect you to use benchmark sets during your deload week, which makes sense. I was under the impression that it was subscribing that weight to me based upon my entries and based upon how I thought I was trending. However, it doesn't seem like that should be the case. So anybody who is getting to the point of doing a deload, make sure that you're turning off your benchmark sets so it's not affecting anything. I do think it probably makes sense. And once again, before I say any of this stuff, I'm not a strength coach. I'm not a strength expert, and I damn sure I'm not an app developer. So I don't know the logistics behind this or if it should work at all. But I think it makes sense for those benchmark sets just to not happen on those deload weeks, whether or not you have them turned on or not, right? It just makes sense. The purpose of a deload is kind of to take that step back, forcing adaptation before you go into kind of your next phase. So maybe that's something that they're looking into adjusting. I think this also makes sense when it comes to kind of those rep max weeks. Should that benchmark override that? Once again, I'm no expert, but I think it probably makes sense to kind of make some of those adjustments. But, again, I sent them the actual bug report. They got back to me very, very quickly saying that it's a known issue and they're looking into it. So, fantastic kind of on the app developers just to make sure that it gets sorted out and that it's, fixed for our users. So all in all, week 11, nice and smooth, nothing too crazy. So what I want to do for the second half of this video is actually talk about week 12, my second strength block, and talk about kind of the actual workouts are the actual movements that I'm going to be doing. So I'll probably do a little screenshot here. So starting off with day one, we're going to keep with competition squat, of course, dumbbell lateral raise, dumbbell RDL, cable single leg extension. I don't have a real leg extension here, but I kind of Jimmy rigged. I have the Rep Fitness lat tower connected to the back of my squat rack, and using some of the ankle cuffs, I was able to kind of actually imitate a normal leg extension, doing them single leg. Those kind of work well for me as well. I've also used that for hamstring curls. And then lastly, for day number 1, it's going to be front planks. Hopping over into day 2, Spoto press has been moving pretty well. I figure I might as well just finish out this training block with that. So we're going to do Spoto press, bent over rows, dumbbell military press, one arm tricep, pull downs, and then a fat grip barbell curl. Next week, when I actually do this workout, I'll probably record it. I have kids that like to come out here and mess around in the gym and try to work out a little bit. So I actually have a small kids barbell that I really just bought for them. But I realized that it's actually easier to do barbell curls with that shorter bar. So, for anybody who has a kid who maybe wants our barbell around, I think it was like $60 on Amazon or something like that. So nothing too crazy, but it makes doing barbell curls a lot easier than using kind of the normal 7-foot Olympic barbell. So just put the fat grips on it and just curl like that, just to switch up kind of my bicep work. Hopping over into day 3, competition deadlift, and I actually have a rep max attempt on the first week. Excited about that. Split squats with a glute emphasis, SSB good mornings, which I did back in my my bridge block, and I actually like those a lot. And then I'm going to do regular leg extensions and then do a front plank again for core work. And then lastly on day 4, competition bench press, 1-arm lat pull downs, upright rows, overhead dumbbell extensions, and then drag curls again. So very, very similar to what I was already doing in this last strength block. Just switched a couple of things out here. I don't have too much equipment, so have to kind of work with what I have, guys. So all in all, very, very excited. At this point, I think the app says I am officially 56 days out for my competition. So, once I get to this point, that's where I start to kind of feel it a little bit more. And I'm really, really excited and really, really ready to kind of get back on the platform and see what type of improvements that I can actually make. But all in all, guys, again, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for everybody who's taken the time to watch one of these videos, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. I really, really appreciate all of you guys. But outside of that, guys, you guys have a fantastic day. Stay safe and keep on lifting.